Hello everyone, good morning and good evening to all of you. Today we are going to talk about 3-4 aspects. We'll do a real test, right? So I had been seeing a lot of questions and concerns about few points, right? One is, what is the best AI writers out there in the market? Number one. Second question is, which I'm hearing a lot. Even though I'm writing good, even my AI writer is good, I'm not able to rank in Google. I'm not able to rank in AI search. Why so? Third one is basically why my content is not being picked up by Google, right? I'm being very much getting indexed and again getting de-indexed or many times, and my content is not at all getting in. Finally, I don't know SEO. I'm a solopreneur. I'm a new brand, right? I don't know SEO. So what should I do to get organic traffic? And eventually, for that to be done, I need to know SEO, keyword research, competition research, underwriting, and then publishing, all of this, right? How can we bypass all of this? And lastly, what are the best AI writers available? And I'll not talk with my words. I'll simply put it to a test with Nuwtonic and other AI writers. That is for you to test. Whatever AI writers you are using, you can feel free to do a benchmarking test and literally decide whether your brand deserves this or it deserves much more better. Okay, it's not a self-promotion video, but it's more of sharing what I understood based on the experience I currently have, right? So first question is, there are a lot of AI writers that are there, right? Which one should be considered for my brand or writing articles, right? So there are three type of AI writers that you can get. One is for free. Second one is, pretty much affordable, and third one is very steep, okay, in pricing. So people ask, what is free AI writer? There are a lot of writers, including ChatGPT itself. You can literally write your article from ChatGPT, type a keyword and produce some specific prompt you can use, and you can write an article out of that. Second is a lot of cheap or affordable. I should not call it as cheap, but a lot of affordable AI writers that are there, right? You can use them, right, which give decent amount of articles, right, images, right? And finally, there are few writers who are very costly. Probably one article will cost you $3, $4, and $5, right? And eventually affordable one can probably give you 10 article in a single dollar, right? So which one should you consider? Number one is, the point is, you should not consider based on pricing. You should rather put your article to test and see how much scoring you are getting in terms of Google search and in terms of AI search. And based on your brand, based on your need, you should decide, right, which is performing well for your brand, because many writers has limitations in terms of niche or patterns that you are looking for or your brand is looking for, right? Coming back to the second question is, I'm using AI writers, right? But why it is not ranking? See, writing content is not like putting text into Google or into AI and expecting that it will be picked up, and your article will be picked up and it will be cited, you'll get ranked, it will get traffic. No, it's not that, right? There are a lot of ranking factors that are out there. I'm not going to give a lecture on that. I'm not a SEO guru, by the way. Whatever learnings I have got in last 6 years of my journey in SEO and digital marketing, so based on that I can share, right? I have done a lot of SEO experiments, more than 100, and based on learnings, I'm sharing this with you guys. So now the point is, why it is not ranking. So tell me why it should rank first. You should ask the question why it should rank first. So let me explain this very simple way. Okay, Google, end of the day, is a machine. ChatGPT, Perplexity, all are machines end of the day, right? They have specific algorithm which basically goes to different brand, different websites, and scan through your article or content based on their understanding, based on how competitors are doing, based on all of this and several 500 probably ranking factors, they rank your article. My question is, if your article is already, if you are writing the same data, if you are using the exact same data, right, the data which is freely, easily available everywhere, why Google will bother to crawl your content? If you are not providing an information gain to Google system algorithm, if it is not getting enriched in terms of data, it will hardly crawl your website get it indexed or let it get indexed. It will not, it will de-index your articles or de-index your content, right? Your content has to be unique. This term has been used, I have heard this term unique article writing is multiple places. Okay, nobody talks about what is unique. So let's say if you are having a brand called A and you are writing on query, if you are having brand called fitness brand, and if you are writing a query how to lose weight, and if you simply copy 10 different list of weight losing mechanism from other competitors who are ranking at top, you are not doing justice to your brand, because it is not going to rank. Because if though all those informations are already out there in SERP and is available with AI, available with Google, so you have to provide your unique angle. When I say unique angle, so let's say your brand does some USP, your brand has some specific positioning, right? You have to punch that with the query that you are writing, with the query you are solving, how actually your brand is solving the query you are writing, or how your brand or website is related and giving some benefit the query you are writing. Let's say if you say how to lose weight, probably you can list all of these points what others have written with your perspective and with your brand's perspective, and how your brand is coming into the picture on those journeys. So that is the one uniqueness you have to bring. And AI writers, or let's say if you use ChatGPT, it will simply spit out all the same rewritten content. So it is not going to rank. Eventually, if you can rank and it will get indexed, it can never stay in the ranking game. Number one. If you use a lot of other writers which are very cheap, they are using very affordable or basic model for your content writing. So let's say if I use ChatGPT 3.5, all right, or if I use Haiku in the back end, my software is, let's say, so what it will write, it will simply grasp the data what is already available. It does not have much thinking logic in terms of latest model, and also it hallucinates a lot because due to the limitation of its model in nature. Also, another point is the cheaper model, if you use for writing article, it actually get synthetic data. If you ask, okay, draw me this, or what is the statistics of ABC, it will probably do come up with a synthetic data, which, trust me, Google hate it like anything. If you have a source to quote for the data, if you have a reference as an authority reference, non-profitable, then your content data statistics matters. Otherwise, if it is synthetic data, it will penalize, it will not get you ranked. Okay, so that is why I would suggest, please don't go by quantity, rather go by quality of the article. Now, last category, where AI writers which are very costly in nature, they provide standard article. You can go with them, any one of them, based on the experiment or test or what suits your brand better, where you are getting more better result, you can go with. But always remember, use your top tier model for this. Okay, enough of gyans now, right? Now let's talk about if I am a solopreneur, what should I do? Should I learn SEO? Should I learn keyword research and backlink and everything, and then probably start writing article? You can, please feel free to do that. But the point is, do you have that much of time? Are you building your brand, or are you learning SEO? I mean, whether you should focus on this or that, right? So few writers that are currently out there, recent time they have come up, they are doing well, right? They have a facility where you can plug in your brand and it will automatically do keyword research for you, cluster you, and eventually you can write them. They are good, you can utilize them based on your output that you see, right? So that will be saving your time and eventually your money, even though they are slightly costly compared to market. Now, the last point, we'll see the demo of Nuwtonic authoritative. So basically, I had personally tested around 19 to 20 article writer or AI writer. I have seen many. I don't want to name because it doesn't give a good picture, me naming the competitions or compete and telling not so good thing probably. So instead of me doing that, anyhow, you have been using a lot of AI writers, you know how they are working. I will showcase Nuwtonic. I will showcase Nuwtonic today, Nuwtonic authority writer today, and this writer is not just content writer. This is meant to be built for your brand authority, right? So what it does, I'll quickly share the insights and then screen share how it works. So basically, Nuwtonic article writer are writers where basically you simply plug in your brand. It will automatically do AI optimization related keyword research. It will automatically do computer analysis, gap analysis, and do AIO keyword research. It will automatically do the keyword clustering, topical map, and interestingly, topical map, what it is going to do, it's not GP topical map, it's highly trained on your site, highly trained on ranking signal of your. Probably in another video I'll go through that topical map, how it is being created for Nuwtonic. But let's stick to the content writer module today for today's discussion. Okay, so now once you are done with the topical map, it will simply give you different layers, different categories, subcategories, hub, and normal pages. You can either use single or you can either use bulk. So based on what you choose, you can simply write the article. It will be automatically internally linked. We'll see sometime. There are options you can use stock images or AI images. Internal linking will be automatically there with your existing site. Authority external links there. Simply giving external links doesn't help. Probably you have to give authority link, non-profitable preferably, if not always available, but use non-profitable authority sites as a external link reference. And very importantly, focus on content density, information density. A lot of people talk about article length. The correct terminology is, based on my understanding, is information depth, information gain, right? How much information Google is gaining based on your interpretation of presenting the data, which is not easily available. Data are available definitely, but not easily available with your interpretation or your brand's position. And second is how much information density that you are providing, how much information, quotable or citable sentences are there in your content. If your content may be 5,000 words, it may be full of fluff, only very few quotable or citable portion. So tell me one thing, why Google will bother spending their crawl budget on 5,000 words if they are getting the similar content depth, right, or factual density from another article which is of 2,000 word article, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and see how it is being done in Nuwtonic. Hopefully, and finally also we'll do a test, benchmarking test, how much Nuwtonic is getting scored, how much AI written article from Nuwtonic is getting scored. So you can decide, you can also do test on your own article writer and decide how it goes from there, right? So let's start logging in. So we'll try to log in and we'll try to keep the video short, but I have taken enough time. Hope you guys bear with me. So simply you can add your website here by adding your workspace as Google Search Console, or simply clicking on the website. Once you go, simply go to this module. Other module are out of scope for today, right? Simply go to dashboard. If you go to dashboard, it will be asking you what is the current state you are in. Let's say I have already done my brand analysis. If you go, it will ask you to do the brand analysis. If you go here, you can analyze your brand data. It will analyze, it will reanalyze. Okay, let it analyze. You have already added a website. It will be now analyzing your brand overview, brand strategy, and things so on. It is done. Once it is done, you have to create topical map, generate topical map. It is not like normal topical map that you get out of box from GPT. It is highly efficient for specific to your niche, based on what topics you're getting traction from Google, what Google and AI trust you on more. Based on that, it will be the starting point from there, based on the central entity of your brand, right? So let's give it some time, because it will need to do a lot of backend jobs, right? Agents needs to take care of a lot of activities in the backend. Yeah, once it is done, you can see total 140 keywords have been generated, and this is how it looks like. You can simply go over it. It is difficult in the tree view, but tree view is given just to make you understand how it is related. You can isolate just a specific chain if you want, and then look at it. You can search the node also here. You can select and unselect the category and hub. Based on that, it will behave. Now you can go to the tree view section. Now if you see, it is the content topical map that has been generated on behalf of your brand. You don't need to do an SEO for this, right? So let's say this is category, this is a hub, this is a pillar, and these are the subtopic, or the content pages that you have, right? Like this, you have this one highly trained on what strong signals you're getting from Google. Now if you wish, you can simply click on this, which will push the whole category as a single shot, right, for writing article. For now, let's say for the purpose of the demo, it will be taking much longer time if you run it in bulk. So we can keep this as it is. Now here we are having something called knowledge panel. where if you want some specific instruction to be followed, specific data to be going in, or specific research data that you have, you can add it, the custom knowledge panel. This is a site where the content will be automatically pushed. This is a language you can choose, and this is a clustering keyword, include images. Also, if you want, there will be an option to preset. If you see here, okay, if you see here, the content writing preset will be there. Here, lot of different settings you can include and exclude based on this, right? Let's say I want AI generated image, right? I'll save this simply. I'll come back to topical map. So now if you see, let's say I choose this article, right? Components of LIDAR sensor system. So here I'm going with AI generated image, right? And internal linking, right? All of these are there. I may, this is optional, I may or may not provide knowledge panel. Don't worry, it will anyhow do its research, complete a gap, SERP analysis. It is highly trained on Google patents. It will take some time to write your article. Let's give it a minute or two. Probably I can cut down this portion where it is taking some time to get generated while I'm editing the video. Yeah. Okay, so here it got generated, right? So let's see what it has generated. Okay, this is the article that you get out of box. The score is coming as 0 because it is not yet calculated. You can click on this analyze button. It should ideally come up. Yeah, and here on the right hand side you can see all the technical details, like keyword meta, depth and everything, right? Citation meta, everything that you can write. Outline, you can see what are the outlines it has been processed and what is the meta that is come up with. So now you see, okay, this is the image. So this is the article. Let me probably preview it, right? So see, when we talk about data, it's about data, right? You have to present specific information. This is the level of image that you get out of box from Nuwtonic, right? Because this is not a normal image, or image is not coming out of box like this only, because it has underneath lot of prompting goes on to generate the image. You can see the data specification, all right, not like generic information that you get, right? It has the NTSR, nasa.gov, so highly authoritative website links it gives. This is the internal linking again from sensor.wiki, our own testing website. Again, it is also giving another EADU domain, right? So as an external link, this is again internal link, right? See, try to understand, this is the data has been generated. So the level of intelligence Nuwtonic has in terms of data, in terms of images, I'm not commenting on anything. You can see yourself. This is an image portraying the highly trained image generation model. We're definitely using highest model, but the prompt, it is going through a lot of prompting. That's how it is able to show this level of comparison data. So yeah, it is pretty long article. I need to see how long it is. So now what we'll do, as I told you initially, we'll do a test, right? So we can do a test. What you can do, I mean, you can go to your ChatGPT, right? We trust ChatGPT a lot, right? All of us, and login in. So I'm not trying to, I'm just doing it for now, this one. Then simply write a command, right? Rate this article in a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of AI search visibility and holistic search citability, right? Or Google search also you can write on Google. Let's see how much score it gives, right? So yeah, the score came up, right? It shows AI search visibility is 8.7 out of 10. Holistic search visibility, LLMs expert answers 9.1 out of 10. Google search lesser, 7.9 out of 10. If you add your author details and everything in the article, it will bump that up, right? So we at Nuwtonic, we claim the article score, we have tested the benchmarking test starting from 8.5 hovering till 9. Do your test on the writer you are using today and see, you'll get to see whether you are doing enough justice or you're doing really well. It may be beyond 9.3 also, then awesome. 9.4 also awesome, great, right? If you're not, try to give it a test. Same domain, same niche, same article, you can use Nuwtonic and try it yourself. That's for today. We'll catch up once again with some other modules demo. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a nice day.